Good day, everyone. Today we'll be looking at five practical problems in which our skills will be tested on based on the previous classes. So I will be drawing this to actually show or to practice more on what we have actually done so far. So I'm starting with this object. Let me bring it out. Let me copy that out. You select on the object, you come to copy. Where do you want to pick the object from? I want to pick it from here. Then come to this place, escape. So let's zoom in. Zoom that in. So this is the first one we'll be practicing with. These are the dimensions. This is the length of this is 75, which is same thing as this one, and the length of this is 135. The angles 45 degree, and the same length of this is also 75, and this is a uniform shape, so the lengths are all the same throughout. And this is for a circle of diameter 80. So this symbol, for those who don't know, this symbol means diameter of a circle, and this R means the radius of the circle. So if you have a problem like this to work on, the first question you should be asking yourself is, which side, where should I start from? Should I start to draw the circle, or should I start to draw from here? So it is your own choice to know where you start from. So for me, I would prefer to start from this bottom. So, and you can see that this is the combination of, to draw this line, that is drawing line with the polar coordinates and drawing a circle. So we click on the line, select this as my first point. Okay, let me shift a bit. So select this as my first point, and remember I said for the coordinates, for the polar coordinates, you have a distance and an angle. Okay, so how this now work? I want to show you something here. In an easier way to draw in AutoCAD. Remember in the previous class we entered a distance and an angle. So here I want to show you something different. You still enter a distance and sometimes angle, but in a different approach. So once I click this particular place, I move the direction I want to. So in this case, I've shown the AutoCAD where I want to go. I click, I move a particular direction. I've told the AutoCAD where I want to go. So in this case, the negative or the positive angle is no longer considered. What the AutoCAD knows is now the direction I am following. So you have a length of 75 and an angle of 0 degree. As you can see, if I type in 75, then it's already at 0 degree. I will enter. I have this already. So I come up to this place. I've told the AutoCAD where I want to go, so anything I type in is going to that direction. So the length is 135. Then tab on your keyboard 45 degree, enter. Then become also okay, escape. So looking at this drawing, you see that what we'll be using is 45, 90, 135, 180. So is an interval of 45, 45. So for me to make this easier, instead of me entering the angles, what do? I'll come to this my polar tracking, click here and check the 45 intervals. If it's at an interval of 30 degree, I'll check this for 30 degree, but this is an interval of 45 which is already checked. I'll click that. Then okay, so we have done that. So I come to click here. This is a length of 135. It is a uniform shape. So the intervals are 0. Look at the green line coming up. If you look at that, you see the green line. If I come to 45, the green line also shows. If I come to 90, it comes up. If I come to 135, it comes up, and it continues in that manner. So since I'm coming down in this direction at an angle of 45 degree, so I come down to this and type in the distance 135, enter, and that is it. Then 75 in this direction. I must specify the movement where I'm going to. That's 75. Now if you look at this, is 90 and 75 in length, so this is already at 90, so I just need to enter the length 75, enter. Then the same way, this one is 135 at an angle of what, 135. I'll look for, so you see the angle of 135 comes up again because I've set the polar tracking at an interval of 45 degree. 135, is already at an angle of 135. I enter. Then this is also 135 at an angle of 45. So if I move up, it comes up again. I'll type in 135, and that is it. Okay, and this is also at an angle of 90 degree and the length of 75. I enter. This is an 75 at an angle of 180. So 75, enter. And this is 135 at an angle of 135, but it's already at that, so 135, enter. So 135, 135. Then this is 180 at an angle of 180, 75. Then 75 at an angle of 90, 75. Enter. Come back to this 135, enter. Then come to this 135, enter. Then come down here and rejoin. So you see, this is one easy way to make use of the line command. So once you move a particular direction, the AutoCAD knows where you want to do. So that minus angle is no longer obeyed. Let me show you an example of actually what I mean. I have this now, and I want to come down at an angle of 45, which is coming clockwise is negative. So that will really be okay if I come to this place and then 135, tab negative 45. It comes down, right? It comes down. So it comes down. That is the one we did in the previous class. Then if I want to do this one, I click on this line because I'm coming down this way. So I came down. I told the AutoCAD the direction I want to go, so I don't need to put the negative sign again. 135, tab 45 degree, and that actually gave me where I want to go. So you see that once I make a movement, AutoCAD obeys where I'm going to. So we have finished this, and the next one is to draw the circles at the center. Draw the circles at the center. So I'm drawing the first one, which has a diameter of 80. We have done the circle command. So if you don't know how to make use of how to draw the circles, you check the previous videos, and I explained how you can draw circles. Okay, so I want to draw the one that has a diameter. So I'll come to take this center and diameter. So the question should be, how do I get my center? Remember, we want to draw the circle, we want to place this circle here, and the question should be, how do you get the center? So if I should draw this line to come to this place, and I draw also this line to come to this place. Okay, you notice that at the point of intersection is the center of this, and that is where this circle, the center of the circle will be. So if I click this, come to this center, and enter my diameter, which is 80, and that is done. Then once I've done that, I can remove this line that I created here. So once I'm done, I can remove this, and this is it. But if you don't want to draw this way, there are many ways you can draw that in AutoCAD. You have to be creative on your own. If I want to do this, I can fillet another way. So my job is to tell you the possible ways you can actually draw that. So it's not less for you to be creative and bring it out your own way. So we have the polar tracking and the object snap and the object snap tracking. So I'll be having a separate class for this object snap, but I'll try to make use of it for this class in order to prepare you for the special class for the object snap. So since I don't want to draw a line that will intersect this place and get the center, what I'll do is I'll select the circle command. I come to this place. Okay, I come to this place, wait for some seconds, and you can see this green line up here. Then I also come to this place, wait for some seconds, and you see the green line out. So we keep moving on the horizontal and the vertical green line intercept, and the point intercept is the center, and that is where you will click. And once I click, that is the center. I enter the diameter 80, and we have drawn that using the object snap tracking. Let's do that again. Select the circle. Okay, click on this, stay for some seconds, move, come to this place, also wait for some seconds and move, and the point where the two horizontal and the vertical green line intercept is the center, and that is enter the diameter 80. Then the other one has a radius of 60 mm. So I know the radius, so I come to this place, to this circle, and click on center radius command. Then I know the center already. Click on this as the center, enter a radius of 60 mm, and that is that. So that is one easy way you can actually draw using line and also using your object snap tracking. So we have done this one. Next is to create this object. So let's copy that. Let's copy this object. Let's copy that and produce it. Escape. Okay, I just magnify the dimension so that it will be visible. So we want to draw this. The first question is, where should you start? Where should the possible point for you to start? So I want to start at this point. As you can see, this is just mainly horizontal, vertical, horizontal, vertical. So I will turn on my auto mode. That is the one that accepts the vertical and horizontal movement. So I click that on, and that is it here. I'll be moving only in the vertical and horizontal. So I click on line. I'm starting at this point. I'm coming from here down to this here. So I'm starting from here, moving in this manner. So this is a distance of 100. You come up of 50. Then 80, come down again. So if I don't want to enter 50 again, I can come to this place, stay for some seconds, and move my mouse, and that is exactly at 50. Then 150, I go up of 100, then 152. Then this is 250 minus 100 is 150. 150 also. You come down 50. So 150 plus 80, that is 230. I come up 50, then 100, close down to this, and we have this drawn. We have this circle of diameter 60 and the radius of 40, and the center of this circle is from here 75 mm and down here 75 mm. So we have to move 75 mm horizontal, 75 mm vertical, and where the intercept is the center. So this is 150 and this is also 150, so that is actually the midpoint of this line, so that it will be at the midpoint of this line. So I select the circle command with center and diameter, come to this, wait for some seconds, come down. Okay, let me move closer, come to this, wait for some seconds, you come down, come to this also. This is indicating the midpoint of that line. Wait for some seconds and you move. Sorry, let me wait for some seconds and you move. So I wait for some seconds, I come down, come to this place, wait for some seconds also, I move. So at the point where they meet is the center, that is the intersection point, which is the center. I click there and I enter a diameter of 60, and that is what we have here. And you come to this, the circle has a radius of 40 millimeter. From the horizontal part you have 150 mm, down part is 80 mm. So where those two meet is the center. And how do I get that? This to 115, that is 115, is the midpoint of 230. That is the midpoint of this one. That is the midpoint of this. And this 80 is not the midpoint of anywhere, so we have to actually get the 80 by ourselves. And how do we do that? So I know this is at the midpoint. First I select the circle command with one of radius, and the radius is 40. So I know it's at the center of this, which is 115. I wish, then I come down a little bit here. Let me zoom closer. Let me zoom close. So I wish for I come down. The green line should, and I need to come down about 80 mm. How do I get the 80 mm? So what I'll just do, since I'm coming down, okay, I wait here, come down, I come down. So this time I want to come down 80 millimeter. I will come to my keyboard, type 80, enter, and that is the center, which is 1 mm from the horizontal, 150 mm from the horizontal, and 80 mm from the vertical. A radius of 40. I enter, and that is the circle. So if you want to actually check if you allow that is 80, you can come to the utility and click on measure from the center down to the center of this circle. You can see this is 80, the 80 we entered. So let me do that again. Click on this one here. I wait until that comes up. I enter a distance of 80, and that is the center of our circle. And we have made this shape. So everything is all about practicing on your own, and when you practice, believe me, you get perfect at it. So the next one is this. Let's copy this, and let's copy actually. Copy this. Actually copy this one. Escape. So this is actually a C section, a C channel. The mechanical engineer and the civil engineer will be able to recognize the shape. I think the construction engineers also will recognize the shape. This is the C section of a beam. So this is handy when you want to actually draw a cross section of a C section. So we'll be producing this drawing. Remember, this is a practice problem. We try to work on our skills of what we have done so far. So how do I draw this? Remember I said the first thing is where do you want to start. So I can start from here up. So I click on this. The dimension from this to this is 60. From down to this here is 120. And if you look at what we've applied here is a line command and the fillet command. So this is a fillet of radius 5. This is a fillet of radius 10. This radius this is radius 10 here, 5, 5. So I want to start by drawing using a line command. Click here, 60 mm, come up 120 mm, come down also, come to this place 60 mm. So we have drawn this. So how do we get our measurement? Okay, this is the fillet. This is an arc. If I click on this line and stretch it to this point, and then come to this, click on this line and stretch it into the, okay, click on this and make a stretch. Sorry, know what's happening to this system. I don't know why this is not okay. Let me do this. Okay, so you see that before we apply the fillet, this to this is 7 millimeter. That is this dimension, 7 millimeter. That is before we applied the fillet. We had this shape of 7 mm. Okay, we come to this one too. Okay, extend. Use the extend command. If you extend this one, you have this, and if you extend this, you have this. So this is the shape of what we have before we applied the fillet command. And what did you notice? You notice that here is 7, and from here to this place is 10, a difference of 3. And you notice that from here okay, I think the dimension is not provided. I didn't provide the dimension, but this, the thickness here is 10 mm. The thickness of this is 10 mm. So I'll click on the line, okay, enter 7 as the length. Okay, that is it. So you see that this actually is not on the same level. The difference is 3. So the difference is 3. Remember when we had the class on polar coordinates, I said you can draw lines, you can draw objects using polar coordinates, using the relative coordinates. So what I'm going to use to draw this here is using the relative coordinates. And how do I draw that? You see that if I minus 10 from this 60, I'll have from here to this place to be 50. So I have to go a distance of 50 on the horizontal axis. I don't know if you get the point. I have to go a distance of 50 on the horizontal axis and come down minus 3 on the vertical axis. Remember, your absolute, the relative coordinate is the Cartesian plane. You have the positive x-axis and negative x-axis, positive y-axis and negative y-axis. So I'm going in a positive x-axis and in a negative y-axis. I will go in a positive 50 and a negative 3. I hope you grab that. In case of any question, you can drop to the comment section, or you come to the WhatsApp group and ask your question. You meet me privately, anyone you prefer. So I click on this. I remember I'm going a distance of plus 50 in the horizontal direction, and in the vertical direction I'll go in minus 3. So for me to use the relative coordinates to draw this, I have to type in my 50, which is on the x-axis. Remember, the x-axis comes first. Then on my keyboard I tap comma. So once I tap comma, it will give me space or room for me to enter the y-axis. I'm going in a negative direction, so that will be negative or -3. Enter. And we have created this. If you can see it closely, you have seen this shape. So that is one way of drawing with the relative coordinate. So the same thing here, click on this. I go up about 7 mm, enter. Then remember, I will go positive 50 in the x-axis. Then remember, I'm not going up, I'll be going a positive direction in the y-axis. So it's going to be plus 50 plus 3. So to enter that, I'll enter the x. The x comes first in AutoCAD, so I'll enter 50. Then to give room for the y, I'll tap comma, then 3, and that comes up the way I want it. Then I can now join this together, and we have made the shape. It is now for us to now apply the fillet command. So I come to this place, or you can type in FIL, enter. If you look at this one here, this is a radius of 10, which is the same thing here. So I'll type in R, enter a radius of 10 mm. So I'm repeating that for 2 places. I'll type in M for multiple and enter. So I have to select this, and I also have to select this. So I've done for the radius of 10 mm. So next is for 5 mm. What I'll do is I'll still type in my R for radius, enter, type in 3, enter. I'm doing it for 2 places. I'll type in my M for multiple, and come to this place. I have this, I have this, I have this. So, and we have taken shape. Okay, let me remove this. Okay, so I think we have I think I'm running out of time. I will have removed this line extended so that you could possibly see what we have drawn. And we have made the C channel. Everything, I'm here to give you what you need to know. It's less for you to practice. And I'm very sure you, as somebody who is new to the software, you have a problem or a question, you can possibly come to me, come ask your question, and I'll be ready to help you. I'll be very glad to help you. So I don't know if I still have time, but okay, let me draw this one too. We'll copy this one. Okay, copy this. So if you look at this, this is a machine part. This is a machine part. Let me edit the dimension so that it will make more sense. Let me edit the dimension. Let me make it 3. Okay. Okay, so this is a machine part. This is a machine part, and you can see this is a circle command, a line command, and a fillet. So the question is, next is to draw this. So the question is, where do you want to start? So I want to start with the circle command. So I've entered the okay, so you have a radius of a diameter of 20 mm. Then select that again, they have the same center, 40 diameter. So this is actually starting from the center. I come down, let me turn the auto. Okay, the auto is on. 35 minus 20 is 15. I'll enter 15 down. I'll go 25. I come down 20. Go 25. I go up 8 mm, go 40 mm, then come down, so 8, then 25, go up 20, then 25, then come up again 15. So, and we have actually made our shape. The next one is to apply the fillet command, a radius of 5 mm. So 5. Since I'm applying more than once, I'll use the multiple command. Okay, click on this one. Also click on this. Click on this place, and click on this. This is the other one is of radius 3 mm. I have to change the radius to 3. Since I'm using more than once, I'll use the multiple command. I'll have this done and have this done. So you see that you have drawn our shape. So everything is based on practice, individual practice. I have to practice on your own. So because of time, I will want you guys to try this. In case you encounter any problem, please do well to ask me a question. So, and I really want you guys to actually try this on your own. If you like this video, subscribe, hit the notification button, and when I upload the next video, you'll be notified. Hit the like button so that YouTube can recommend this video to other people. Remember to share. Thank you for your time and have a nice day.